And a lovely summer's day in the Emerald City in Seattle, Washington, as you watch a ferry fly the sound out there. And we get set for the opening of a weekend of home baseball. 3 against the Chicago White Sox, 4 against the Boston Red Sox. So hosiery is on sale this week in Seattle. 1 Red Sox, 1 White Sox. And the White Sox are first up tonight as the Mariners are coming off a win in Anaheim, try to get it turned around again. Really, this whole problem started in Chicago in April when the Mariners lost 3 tough games against Chicago in their final at bat. So they owe the White Sox something. Let's look at the White Sox lineup.
Thank you, Dave. And for the White Sox, lead things off as Juan Pierre. Want to keep him off the base. 33 steals for him this year. Omar Vizquel will play third and hit second. Then it's Rios, Canerco, Kotsay, Andrew Jones, Pierzynski, Alexi Ramirez, the shortstop, 8, and Gordon Beckham, the second baseman, will hit 9th. And the numbers for Paulie so far, ERA 1. He had the 1 start against the Yankees. Really did a nice job in a spot start, so he earned himself a second opportunity. And the defense behind him. Bradley, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. On the infield will be Lopez and Jack Wilson on the left side. Biggins and Justin Smoke over on the right. Rob Johnson will do the catching tonight.
David Paulie, the 27-year-old right-hander out of Colorado, and pitched well, as you know, against the Yankees in his only start of the year. As we get set to play baseball, Juan Pierre, the man who can fly, a guy you got to keep off the base paths if you want to have some success. He leads the American League in stolen bases. He's had 10 consecutive years of 30 or more bases stolen. He's already stolen 33 this year. So a guy you want to get rid of in a hurry.
Well, you'd like to. He's also one of the toughest to fan in this league. He likes to put the ball in play and cause some problems. You can see the infield really having to shorten up. Lopez way in on the grass.
So here we go with the first pitch. That is a little bit high and away. The man calling balls and strikes is Jeff Nelson tonight. 70 degrees tonight here in Seattle, and that pitch is fouled back and out of play. Wind out of the west at 2 miles an hour, so not a factor. Must feel nice to cool off after that 4-day stay in Anaheim. Strike over the outside corner.
It is good to be home. It was hot down there, Anaheim, really almost pushing 100 on a couple of the days. I'm sure the guys would rather have this type of evening.
And a pitch popped up into left field, and sprinting over, sliding and colliding out there is Bradley and the shortstop. And Bradley says he's okay. The shortstop, Jack Wilson, says he's okay. And you're mighty lucky to come away from that without an injury.
And Bradley nursing the sore knee, comes sliding in to make this play. It's in no man's land, but a nice play. Nice job by Jack Wilson to stop his slide so he doesn't spike Milton. Bounces over the top of him.
So a fine play by Bradley to stay with it. And here is 43-year-old Omar Vizquel. And who's to say that this is his last year? He's not saying it is. He's having an outstanding year, quite frankly, and filling a big spot over there at third base. He's helped the shortstop, Alexi Ramirez, like he did the young shortstop down in Texas last year. And talking to Hawk Harrelson, he said he's a big part of the success the White Sox have had the last month. And look at that bullet into center field. So Omar Vizquel with base hit number 2,745 on the year. And to my way of thinking, headed for Cooperstown.
I think there's a lot of people that would agree with you on that. Nice swing by Omar. Not trying to do too much with it.
Wearing Louis Aparicio's retired number 11. Was retired back in '84, and he got Aparicio's permission to wear his number when he signed with the White Sox. And Louis said, okay, go ahead and wear it. Wear it proudly. A strike to Alex Rios. Nice slider. 0-2. In April, the White Sox swept the Mariners 2 games on walk-offs by this man, Alex Rios and Andrew Jones, and they won the 3rd game on an 8th-inning home run by Andrew Jones. There's a base hit to center field, and Alex Rios sends Omar Vizquel scampering onto the second base. The White Sox can put up crooked numbers in a hurry. The Twins scored 4 runs in the bottom half of the 9th yesterday afternoon to take it away from a bullpen that has been almost impenetrable. The way J.J. Putz has pitched, the way Bobby Jenks has pitched, the way Sergio Santos has filled in out of the bullpen. Matt Thornton, the all-star. Konerko takes low.
Mariners catch a little bit of a break. Carlos Quentin had hurt his hand, so he's not available tonight. He's not starting in the game anyway, so that takes 19 home runs and 60-plus RBIs out of the lineup for the White Sox.
One ball, one strike. J.J. Putz, 24 consecutive innings without giving up a run on recovery from elbow surgery. As the temperatures got a bit warmer, things started to feel a bit better. Early on, even going out and trying to play long toss was a struggle. It hasn't been lately. 24 consecutive innings without giving up a run for the big guy. The ex-Mariner closer. One and two on Konerko. The White Sox, who lead it by a game and a half over Detroit and Minnesota, would be much better if they could play better within their own division. They're under 500 in their own division. They're 17-20 in the Central, while Minnesota's 23-13, 10 games over 500. And that barely misses. You look at them go backing away.
On that point, they've done what they're supposed to do. They played well at home, 27-19. The road, right around 500. One game better than that. Where they really made some hay was against the National League this year, 15-3 in interleague play this year.
Konerko takes down low. 3-2 the count. Let's see if Oz again puts the game in motion here with one down. He's not. And the pitch is lined into left field off the glove of Jack Wilson around third. Omar, the throw to the plate is in time on the fly to the catcher, Rob Johnson, who had to go back and make the tag and got it to Omar Vizquel. So Milton Bradley guns down Little O.
Off the glove of Jack Wilson, slows it down. I thought that might be a problem, but Bradley airmails it all the way to home. A quick tag by Rob Johnson, cutting the plate off. So a nice play by the left fielder Bradley and a nice tag by Rob Johnson.
And Jeff Nelson right on top of the play to make the call. So despite 3 consecutive hits, 2 outs, and here comes Kotsay. Want to know.
Watch Rob dive across the front of the plate. Omar trying to get his hand in there as he reaches back. Completely blocks the plate, tags him on his hip. Nice play by Rob.
And a ground ball back up the middle. Right there is Figgy to take it to the bag for the force out on Konerko. So no damage done despite the fact that the White Sox come up with 3 hits here in the first. Good to have you with us. White Sox don't score, and the Mariners are coming up.
And Russell Branyan back in the lineup. He missed the Angels series. Lopez Gutierrez, Milton Bradley with a nice defensive play. In the top of the first, he will hit 6th, and it's Smoke Johnson and Jack Wilson, the shortstop, hits 9th. Young man Daniel Hudson getting his 2nd start of the year. First one was a little bit rough for him. Had 3 walks, gave up some hits, including a home run.
Young man from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And a fastball that this is a little bit outside. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. He throws a cut fastball at 92 to 95 miles an hour. And this pitch is popped up foul back and out of play. That was another 93 mile an hour fastball. He's got a change. He uses a lot to left-handed batters like Ichiro. They say that's probably his 2nd best pitch is his change. But, again, another fastball up to the 95 mile an hour range. 5th round draft choice a couple years ago. And a change that time. Chased the ball in the dirt. So Ichiro had a tough 4-game series in Anaheim. Going only 3 for 15 in that series. Is down. Here's the White Sox defense.
In the outfield will be Pierre, Alex Rios in center, Andrew Jones out in right field. Across the infield, Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, Paul Konerko over at first base, and the veteran A.J. Pierzynski will do the catching tonight for the White Sox.
Matter of fact, the top 2 in the Mariner lineup had a tough series in Anaheim as Ichiro and Figgins went 3 for 30. In that 4-game series, Figgins only 1 for 15. 1-1 to count on it. 1-1.
See how the Mariners approach Hudson. First time through the lineup. I think the pitcher has the advantage. They haven't seen him. And right now he's throwing strikes. 2nd time, 3rd time through. See if they make some adjustments to try to get to him as another fastball is fouled off.
Kind of a very close to sidearm pitcher. Whiplash motion out there on the mound. And there's the change.
There you go, topping out at 95 miles an hour. Changeup 75.
Full count now on Figgins. That's some good zip on his fastball. Late movement on it.
Sure, because of that, it looks like it's probably even faster than what we're seeing at 94 to the hitter's eye. It probably looks like it's more 96 area. That late movement on it.
Lost him down low. So Russell Branyan, who had his problems with the table on Thursday in Anaheim, table fell on his toe and missed the entire series in Anaheim. Back in the lineup as the designated hitter. As I understand it, was his left toe, so it's his push-off foot when he's up there swinging. That ball is hit into the gap in left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. So down to third base is Figgins. He'll make the turn there. He'll head for home and he'll score standing up. Russell Branyan back in the lineup with a ringing double on the first pitch thrown to him. And an RBI, is 34th of the year. That ball was a tee shot.
And Russell watching Hudson throw fastball early in the count to the first two hitters and jumps on this fastball. It's knee high out over the plate. It's a bullet into the gap. Figgins scores easily from first base. Nice to have Russell back in the lineup.
And here's a man who won it yesterday. Jose Lopez with that broken bat, little dying quail into left center field. Last couple of seasons, Lopez has been incredible in the second half of this season, hitting .292, 25 home runs and 85 RBIs. This time he hits a high fly ball over into right center field, and the right fielder, Andrew Jones, will take care of it. 2 away. I don't know if it's just me or not, but it seems to me like the Mariners play the better ball clubs better than they do the poorer ball clubs. They play the Yankee stuff. They, of course, got swept by the White Sox in April, but all 3 games ended up being one-run games. Games down in Anaheim were one-run games.
Yep.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. But there's so little room for error. So you got to play, because of their lack of offense, got to play almost perfect baseball.
You do. They have to catch it, make the plays when they have the opportunity to. They have to run the bases well.
And that'll be popped up into left field with Pierre stalking under it and getting under it to make the catch to retire the side. However, the Mariners get the RBI double from Russell Branyan to score Figgins from first base. M's are on the board, lead it 1-0. All right, Angina, as we go into the second inning of play, Andrew Jones, who's been struggling at the plate this year, but still has 400 home runs, right on the nose, takes a strike over the outside corner with his 12 this year, one of them beating the Mariners back in April. And that slider is right there on the black, on to the count. Word out is this guy's having problems with fastballs in on his hands. Don't throw him a breaking pitch. We'll see him throw 3 in a row to him. And the count 1-2. Another breaking ball. It's right down the middle. 88-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle.
France, welcome to the ballpark. A long journey.
Well, is that where they started them? French fries? Is that right? That's not true.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not true. I think it started in the United States. A strike on the outside corner to A.J. Pierzynski.
Bit of a tough first inning for Paulie, although he did not give up a run because of a nice defensive play by Milton Bradley and Rob Johnson throwing a runner out of the plate, Omar Vizquel. See if he settles down.
.90 miles an hour with that pitch in on the hands, 2-5. And Milton Bradley drifts back and stays with it. Well, Friday, when the Mariners and the Red Sox get together, donate your old cell phone and accessories to the Verizon Wireless Hope Line cell phone drive to support local shelters and victims of domestic violence. Collection boxes will be stationed at all gates, as well as guest services locations around Safeco Field. Here's Alexi Ramirez. Nice pitch at the knees for a strike. Looked to me like he may have offered, but apparently not. White Sox haven't played well here since 2010. In fact, they're 12-26 here. Right off the end of the bat up the first base line, that's going to be picked up in foul territory. One and two.
Take a look at it. Ball spinning. Rob just couldn't get to it in time. Definitely would have had Ramirez out at first base if he had been able to field it. Picks it up on the line. It's still a fair ball, but the ball was foul. One of the things we know about Ramirez through the years is this guy's aggressive. He likes to swing the bat. He likes to hit fastballs.
Gets one there and spanks it to the left of the shortstop, Jack Wilson, who goes over a couple of steps, scoops it up, and throws him out. So here in the second, a very easy second inning for David Paulie. 3 up, 3 down. Coming back in the bottom of the second with the M's leading it 1-0. Milton Bradley fouling the pitch off the third base side and out of play. Challenged him with a fastball. Michael Saunders still bothered with that index finger of his. I guess middle finger, isn't it?
Jammed it, trying to dive back into a base down in Anaheim. Sounds like he might be ready to go by tomorrow.
I think the Mariners had a 4-game series where they had the worst base running I have seen a Mariner team have in history in 4 games. I mean, it was ugly.
They made a lot of mistakes on the bases. Milton Bradley strikes out swinging. And something, Don talked about it. I think sometimes because you talk about being aggressive and you want to take the extra base and make some things happen, especially when you've struggled offensively and you push the envelope, you have to bring it back a notch because you also want to run the bases smartly. And the guys up and down the line and basically had struggled down in Anaheim.
Well, here's a man who didn't struggle in Anaheim. As a matter of fact, he kind of cemented his job if he needed to cement it, and he didn't. This is Justin Smoak. Had a home run left-handed, a home run right-handed. One, two on him. Pretty good movement on that fastball.
Like the thing that was nice to see is he ended up with the 3 hits, including a home run and a double, swinging the bat right-handed. He had struggled from the right side this year. Had a nice day down in Anaheim, swinging right-handed. Hit a home run left-handed the night before on a changeup. Hit it a long ways.
And a fastball fouled away. Daniel Hudson had a heck of a year going at AAA ball at Charlotte, where he was 11-4. And a changeup that time that he uses very effectively against left-handed batters. Strikes him out. This Thursday, you can pick up the latest Mariners trading card collection. The Mariners and the Red Sox open a 4-game series. The first 20,000 fans receiving the 2010 edition of the cards, thanks to Seattle City Light. So get to the ballpark early to trade cards with other fans and complete your set. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Catcher Rob Johnson. Ball 1 to him. Got some friends here from Butte, Montana. Tonight, strike at the knees. And there they are up there.
Have to be Rob Johnson fans, don't you think?
Absolutely. Big Sky Country. You ever been in Butte?
I have not.
I have not either. Hudson again, a changeup this time.
It's a good pitch for Rob to hit. He left that changeup up in the zone.
Like it might have been a slider.
Or maybe that cutter that Hawk was talking about.
And it got him on a change. So he ends up striking out the side here in the 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 3rd inning of play. A 1-0 Mariner lead. Our AT&T trivia question, which tonight concerns who has the best record in baseball since June the 9th. I've already told you that, the White Sox. Who has the second best record? A, the Rangers, B, the Braves, C, the Yankees, or D, the Padres? Strike over the outside corner at the knees to Gordon Beckham, who is red hot. The second baseman hitting .583 in a 7-game hitting streak, and he had 4 hits yesterday. And this time sends a high fly ball to straightaway, a little bit right center field, shallow, an easy pop up out there for Gutierrez, who has the second best record since June the 9th.
I'm going to guess the Braves. And it is a guess, by the way.
Okay. Well, the Rangers been playing some pretty good baseball. They beat Boston 3 out of 4.
Yankees have been playing well.
They were really hot. I'm going to guess the Yankees.
I think that's probably a good guess.
Oh, the Padres have caught fire here recently, too. They've won 4 in a row. They've won 4 in a row.
They continue to surprise me.
Certainly me.
I mean, you look at the Padres, we know that they can pitch and catch it, but their hitting I thought was going to be a problem, but they continue to win. We know they don't score many runs.
I hope they win it. Buddy Black getting a new 3-year deal today, by the way. He's
earned it. Good for him.
2-1 to count on Pierre. And he takes a strike.
Omar waits on deck. He already has a base hit in the game.
And a ground ball back up the middle. So Pierre, with his 33 stolen bases, at first base now. And you got to keep your eye on him. That goes without saying. Omar, a line drive into right field for a base hit. So Pierre, he's easily going to make it to third. And Omar Vizquel 2 for 2.
Omar Vizquel, the veteran, knows he has the right side of the infield open. Make sure he pulls a fastball on the first pitch. Here with his speed, makes his third easy.
And Alex Rios, who lined a base hit to center in the first inning, will be the hitter. White Sox now with 5 hits.
Rios has really turned things around. Remember last year when he came over from Toronto, how he really struggled. This year since spring training. Nice job for the White Sox.
And a high fly ball hit to deep center field. Gutierrez going back to the track to make the catch. Tagging coming in to score is Juan Pierre. We've got a 1-1 tie. So Alex Rios, who holds that bat about as low as anybody in the game up there at the plate. Skies this one deep. Look how low he holds the bat.
And that's something he didn't do last year. Made an adjustment and drives this ball deep to center field.
And Konerko will be the hitter. At the knees. Slider that time.
75 miles an hour. Took a lot off of that pitch.
There's the chief, Freddie Garcia, who pitched yesterday. in Minnesota and pitched quite well. Felix Hernandez is hero. We'll see Felix on Wednesday against Gavin Floyd.
Konerko has good power to all fields. I think here at Safeco, pitch him away, make him hit the ball to right. It's the only time I see guys try to jam him up inside and ends up hurting him.
There he goes. The pitch lined into center field for a base hit. And holding at second will be Omar. And Konerko is 2 for 2. Old Chicago White Sox caps. There's an old Mariner cap, the old Trident. That other White Sox cap was the cap that Carlton Fisk used to wear in that era. This one, that's not a real White Sox cap there, but it's a that I know. I've never seen a White Sox wear a cap like that. But you know who they're for, obviously. You've seen pictures, and I remember when they used to wear shorts.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah,
I remember that. Was that for just 1 year?
I think it was just for one season. And then they came out, it looked like they played in pajamas all the time. Remember those black outfits he used to wear?
Who came up with it? Was that Beck?
Yeah. Bill Beck was the owner. Rick Adair, a brief visit to the mound.
I remember the shorts. I could not understand it at the time. Tear your knees up, wouldn't it? Right?
Yeah. And that's too far outside and high, 2-0.
I would have loved to have been in that clubhouse when he showed up with those. Told the guys to put their shorts on.
Then they had the old-time shirts that had the collars on them, like they used to wear in the 1800s. There's the strike. Beck, quite the showman, of course. That exploding scoreboard, now U.S. Cellular Field, was across the street over at Old Comiskey Park. He was the innovator of that. There goes the runner to third, and there'll be no throw as Omar Vizquel swipes third uncontested. You talk about experience. That's where it shows right there.
He took advantage of the fact that Paulie grinding out this at bat to Kotsay takes off, and Paulie never even pays attention to him.
Omar still makes his home in Issaquah. There he is. Konerko will take off now. And the 3-2. Fly ball hit into deep left center field, and on his horse out there on the run to backhand the ball right at the 388 side. Franklin Gutierrez, and here in the third, 1 run, 3 hits. 2 left, got a new ball game. Mariners and the White Sox. All right, Angie, I think Michael Pineda won that ball game, too, for Tacoma last night. So he's continues to pitch fine baseball. And the Mariner fans, of course, can't wait for him to arrive on the scene. As Jack Wilson, the Mariner shortstop, will lead it off here in the 3rd inning. And Mr. Hudson splits hard of the plate. One. That's outside several. I don't know. I can think of 3 Hudsons that pitched at the big league level. Of course, Tim now with Atlanta. This young man here, Sid Hudson. He's pitched with the Washington Senators. Pitches high, up and in. Ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike to count. There've been a few more. 3-2 on Jack Wilson. Too high. So there's a second walk given up. Now the answer to our AT&T trivia question. The White Sox, the best record in baseball since the 9th of June. Who has the second best record? Your answer, the Atlanta Braves. I said the New York Yankees. The answer, the Yankees, 22-11. Rangers very close to that, 22-12. As Ichiro, strikeout victim, to lead it off, takes a little off the outside corner. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Rangers playing in Detroit tonight. Good ball game. They're in the 12th inning of that game. It's all tied up at 6-6.
And a changeup swung on and missed, and a throw down to second in time.
Wow. Most of the time when you see the tag hit the runner on his back, you would assume that his foot had touched the bag, and Don Wakamatsu will come out and argue. Jack not happy about it, saying he tagged him on his hip when his foot was already on the base.
Alan Porter, this is the first time we have seen Alan Porter. I think he's probably a fill-in umpire, and he called him out. I think he probably missed it.
We'll take a look at it. It's tough to tell from that angle, but it looked like his foot was in there. Let's give you a better look at it, probably.
The throw beat him, which doesn't really mean anything.
It looked like he missed the tag.
Yeah, it's a bad call.
Yeah, I think so. I think Jack was in there.
He just kind of throws his bat at the ball, and the ball bobbled out there by Alexi Ramirez. That could be scored a base hit. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, I think it will be. Well, they're going to give him an error.
I'll tell you, he would have had to, as slowly as that ball was hit, and as fast as Ichiro can run, I'm not sure he would have gotten it.
No, I don't think so either. And the thing about it is a lot of shortstops, they'll just keep running through this ground ball. He looked like he tried to stop and set up. Didn't get a handle on it the first time and ate it.
Didn't have a good grip on the ball.
No.
So here's Figgy now.
Higgins walked his first time up. Russell Branyan drove him in from first base.
Two and 0.
47 pitches, 30 strikes, 17 balls. Right now, Hudson doesn't look nearly as comfortable pitching out of the stretch as opposed to the windup.
Got a little bit of that Ryan Dempster, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
With that glove. Change. Down low, and somebody asked, why are right-handers so effective against left-handers with changeups? If you're a left-handed batter, you would think that you're probably going to get as many changeups, if not more, than fastballs.
Well, I think when you look at it, it's the same reason why somebody like Jamie Moyer has an exceptional changeup, throwing that to the right-handed hitters. It's the movement of the ball. First, it changes speeds, and then if they sell it, it's the movement. The ball is going to run away from them, and hitters typically have a tougher time with that.
Runner goes, and no throw this time by A.J. So Ichiro, well, that's ball 4.
I think most hitters like the ball. They'll look out over the plate and want the ball coming back to them. And anytime the ball starts to move out away from them, and you change the speeds of it, and his changeup is 10 miles an hour off his fastball, makes it a little bit tougher. You see a lot of guys chasing that pitch off the plate.
Well, Russell Branyan got a first pitch fastball and laced it all the way to the wall, grabbing the Mariner run. Sean Figgins in the first inning. Let's see if he tries to start him off with a change here. I'm guessing he will. No, he doesn't. He's right back with a fastball, but off the plate.
Fastball that Russell hit was down and out over the plate. First fastball that Hudson threw him this time was in on the inside corner. That last pitch probably tried to throw a cutter back in there. Missed with it.
Broken bat, ground ball to second, and they turn it into 2. 4-6-3. So here in the third, nothing doing. And one man left, and after 3, a 1-1 tie.
Against the White Sox over the next 11 days, and this is a really good ball club. Dave Sims with Mike Flowers, and I'm impressed by the way the Chicago White Sox are swinging the bat, but Paulie's hanging in pretty well here.
Well, he is, and if you look at it, both pitchers, Hudson and Paulie, have struggled through the game so far. They've had runners in scoring position, but both of them just giving up the one run. Been helped out with some defensive plays in the game. Bradley made a big play for Paulie back in the first inning, but they're settling down, starting to pitch a little bit better.
A couple of guys trying to earn their stripes here with their respective ball clubs. Inexperienced right-handers as Andrew Jones leads off. Jones struck out looking his first time up. A lot of things going right for this White Sox ball club. Meanwhile, Paulie, one of the great stories thus far, and I'd say in the last week or so with the Mariners with Cliff Lee getting traded. He got the news, hey kid, 3:30, you're going to be. Well, I got some news for you. You're starting tonight. Mr. Lee's gone.
I've seen that before with guys that when they get that real quick, here you go, here's the ball, you're going to get the start, and they pitch well. Exactly. Ground ball. Shortstop to Jack, but then you see the guy when all of a sudden you have to sit there and think about it for 3 or 4 days.
Big difference, right?
Big difference. Start to get the head games going on, but he seems to be adjusting fine. You have to like the fact that he's throwing strikes, 56 pitches for him so far, 39 strikes, 17 balls. So he's done a nice job. Had to work a little bit in the last inning throwing 21 pitches, but overall, he's done well. Keep the ball down. Just keep the ball down and you have a chance. Let your infielders play with the baseball a little bit. Be okay.
Not a bad way to make a Mariner debut as a starter with 5 strong against the Yankees. Won 5 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. Oh, and 1 to Przinsky, flied out to left. Had a chance to talk to AJ and a few of the other guys. They said, hey, big reason their turnaround and getting right back into this race and leading the division of pitching has just been spectacular. Starters have gone deep. And a base hit through the hole for Przinsky on a 1-1 pitch. And the Mariners tomorrow continue this series with the White Sox. And guess what? It's Dave Sims Hat Night. Oh, my God. We're going to be upstairs. $8 view reserve tickets. Make sure you join me. It's going to be a special night. We got some neat prizes coming up. And we look forward to that probably around the 2nd inning tomorrow night. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And Kevin Kremen and Rick Rios said they're going to wear hats. So are you going to wear a hat?
Oh, yeah. Maybe something more like what that gentleman's wearing right there
that's
for
what
you.
I would hope. I would hope. Wear Clint Eastwood, John Wayne special. Absolutely.
Have you picked yours out yet?
Oh, I got.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I got a mail order about a month ago. Saving it for the big day. Thank the fans for high fly ball deep left field, and it is going foul. Thank the fans for encouraging our marketing and promotions department to get on with this. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Watch Ramirez. Sometimes that front foot, his left foot is out of the box when he swings. Jose Mota, a good friend, radio broadcast with the Angels, said, watch him. He's way up in front of the box. That front foot's at the top of the line.
Well, the other thing that we know about him is he will be aggressive and he wants to swing the bat. A lot of patience. He has some pop, though. 8 home runs this year. Just take a look at him when he gets in the box. Watch his left foot get way up towards the line. A little unusual. Most guys want to get as far back as they can.
Let's play up Jose Lopez. Foul territory.
You guys that have known that stand that far up is because they want to try to take the breaking ball away. They want to hit the pitch before it breaks too much.
There's Gordon Beckham, the second baseman, flied out to center his first time up. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better night here. Beautiful. A run on 7 hits for the White Sox. Paulie struck out 1. Hasn't walked anybody. Oh, and 2 to Beckham. These White Sox pretty much responsible for starting the slide of the Mariners. The Mariners got up to a rough start, turned it around, and then went into Chicago 9-7, feeling really good about themselves. They were in position to win all 3 games, and it was all 3 games in the last at-bats by these White Sox. Since then, the season has really gone south as this one gets away from Rob Johnson. Advancing Przinsky to second base. Pass ball. Charge to Rob Johnson.
Those were really tough losses.
It's Rob's 9th pass ball. Yeah, Andrew Jones won a game. And that was it, the first one on Friday night. Lopez, it's a grand slam against J.J. Putz. Swing and a foul into Rob Johnson's glove. That'll do it for Beckham and the White Sox here in the 4th. Tied at 1-1 here at Safeco Field. Angie, we'll see Mr. Beltran Company on Thursday for 4 games. And the Red Sox will be back again in mid-September. Here's Jose Lopez, hero from yesterday, with the game winner in the 10th inning. Swing, miss him. Off-speed pitch. Just the second run scored in extra innings by the Mariners coming yesterday. Got him again with the off-speed pitch.
A couple of breaking balls. Did not see Hudson throw many breaking balls the first time through. Here we are in the 4th inning, so he's throwing that. We saw a lot of fastballs and changeups from the occasional cut fastball, but 74 miles an hour on that last breaking ball.
So he's got 4 strikeouts, 2 of them on changeups. He's 0-2 to Lopez. Steve Stone won a Cy Young Award during his career. He was on TV with Hawk Harrelson for the White Sox. He said that this young man's arm slot was inconsistent the last time out. He got it a little bit too low and things flattened out. Had some good side sessions, and there's another breaking ball. Lopez swings and misses. That's strikeout number 5, one out here in the 4th. So one day you go to the ballpark and this is waiting for you.
I was saying earlier, I would have loved to have been in the clubhouse when they said, here's the uniform for the day. I mean, look at the knees exposed. How do you slide in those? You're supposed to slide all the time.
Very judiciously.
I like the collar on the shirt.
Lamar Johnson, you had Britt Burns and Russell Earl, Bucky Dent.
Nice looking softball uniforms.
Exactly. Exactly right. Paul Butis doing a great job to find some of these great moments in White Sox history.
Okay. If you say so.
Later on, we play these guys 7 times in 11 days. We'll revisit Disco Demolition Night another time.
It didn't go too well, did it?
Franklin Gutierrez flat out the left. Ramirez throws him out. 2 outs. There's Milton Bradley. Led off the 2nd inning, striking out. Smoke followed with a strikeout. So did Johnson. That was a fine inning for young Daniel Hudson.
See how Hudson goes after Milton this time. Milton's first at bat, he went right at him with some fastballs.
Paints a little corner. That's a tough reflection to go. It's almost like the old westerns. The old westerns are sending some kind of signals. You know, cavalry coming sometime soon. Hold the fort. There's Milton's feet, big time. 2-1. Milton's been struggling. What are you seeing?
Well, again, I think with a lot of hitters, when you get into a point where you're just in between pitches, I mentioned that Hudson had got on him with fastballs. He was just a little bit late on the fastball. It's almost like you sit in between.
Coming on hard is Pierre. Great closing speed. Oh, he doesn't get it. Boy, I thought he had a chance to get that. Mariners will take it.
And of course, Hudson throws him something off speed right here, and it looks like Milton hits it off the end of the bat and is able to get a base hit. You start collecting some of those, gain some confidence, and start hitting the ball hard again as you take a look at Pierre coming in. I thought he had a shot at this too. Milton will certainly take it. That's a base hit.
2 outs, runner on in a 1-1 game. So Branyan drove in the Mariners run in the 1st. 3rd inning, Alex Rios answered with a sacrifice fly. Justin Smoke. JJ puts AJ Brzezinski said, we've seen plenty of this kid. He's a good one. He's a keeper. Saw a lot of him. He's with the Texas Rangers. There's JJ. Said it is really different coming back to Seattle walking past the home clubhouse. It felt strange walking all the way to the other side. Well, stroke. Milton had to get out of the way. He'll hold it second. Smoke hits him. There's nothing dainty about when he unloads. I like it.
Yeah, I think the thing that you have to remember with Justin is he gets called up, makes his first trip into the big leagues, and he starts off rough. As you take a look at the swing, he always turns it loose. That's what I like about him. If he decides he's going to swing, whether he hits it or not, he's going to let it go. Generates a lot of power from that swing. But he started off his big league career 5 for 52. That's an 0.96 average. So when you start that way, it takes a long time to get your average up from there.
Slider misses. Rob Johnson, he struck out his first time up. Well, he's growing. You can see the growth.
Well, and then you have to have patience. You know, I think with any young hitter, we talked about it earlier when Saunders came up. You know, when he first showed up last year, he went through his struggles. This year, he's been better. But it's still, he still has room to where look, you're going to get scouting reports done. You make an adjustment, guess what? They make one right back at you, Dave. And that's the thing that is the difference between the guys that stick around at this level is they're able to make those adjustments and understand what the other club is trying to do to them. And that's the hardest thing. You don't have those reports coming up through the minor leagues.
Go out there and you hit, and up this way it gets a heck of a lot more scientific. You see all these scouts, we see them in the at dinner, we see them downstairs.
Yeah, half a dozen
guys,
every day. That's right.
Absolutely.
Advanced scouting. They'll make their reports. Rob draws a walk.
Sets up nicely here for Jack Wilson. Bases loaded. I saw a shot earlier of Michael Saunders. Little finger right hand, hurt it on Friday diving back into the bag, and the knuckle was really bothering him. He's got a chance. He's hoping to be able to throw tomorrow, maybe be available. He had that same finger injured during his earlier days in high school. He was a big-time volleyball player, and as a blocker, he said a lot of times you'd go up the block, and that maybe would come back, it would hyperextend coming back the other way, and that hurts like heck.
Yep. But again, it's about patience, and these guys are going to go through periods where they swing the bat well, and you see, you know, some of that talent and what they're able to produce as far as hitting the ball into the seats and driving it into the gaps, and then they're going to go through periods where they're just going to struggle, and guys are going to hand it to them. It's not easy. You're talking about even the guys that have struggled, the pitchers at this level, they're still the best pitchers, or they wouldn't be here, and they can hand it to you. You give them a scouting report, and you're able to hit your spots and find some holes on the swing. Got to tighten them up.
That's why you're a superstar when you fail 70% of the time.
There you go.
Off the glove. Beckham to Ramirez, and they get out of it. Can you believe that? A 1-4-6 force out ends the Mariners' fourth. It's 1-1. Milton Bradley and Jack Wilson on this one. It's a good thing both of these guys are good athletes. A pop and dive by Jack Wilson. They looked at each other. My man, we came out unscathed. Coors Light Freeze Camp. That's always scary when you see those guys going back. And we, of course, saw that last year, early in the year when Andy Chavez was in left field and Yuniesky Betancourt was at shortstop. And, boy, they had a big-time collision in it. And it wrecked the season for Andy Chavez. Top of the order for the White Sox, Juan Pierre, Omar Vizquel, and Alex Rios.
Well, here you go, Paulie pitching into the 5th inning now. As you mentioned, at the top of the lineup. I think this is a big inning for him to try to work his way through it if he can. So far, this next pitch will be number 70 for him. But he's pitched well, and I don't suspect he'll go too much further in the game. Maybe if they can get 6 innings, I think Don Wakamatsu would be thrilled with that. I was a little bit unlucky. Jack Wilson hit that ball back up the middle as this ground ball goes up to second base. I think a couple runs score. If Hudson, the pitcher, doesn't get a piece of it, ball ends up in center field. Aaron's unlucky.
It's been that kind of year. One down, they keep Crawford keep Juan Pierre off the bags. I say Crawford because he and Crawford tied for the lead in the American League with 33 stolen bases. So anytime you can keep Pierre in the dugout, that's a big plus. Here's Omar Vizquel, 2 for 2, 42-year-old. Omar in his 49th game. Hall of Fame, we figured second time around, maybe third time through.
Yeah, I think he gets there.
He is a good one, even at this stage of his career. He did a great job tutoring Elvis Andrus last year. Petitioned Louis Aparicio to wear his number here with the White Sox. Fly ball, that'll get out of play. Look at that career. 22nd season. That's what he's done this year. And that is career numbers, beg your pardon. 79 homers to 921. Hits are outstanding.
Well, it's going to come down to the amount of hits. And of course, everybody's going to look back on his defense. Fielding percentage, Gold Gloves.
3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Had a couple of hits on Sunday. Remember Al Oliver? Scoops.
Yeah.
Passed him into 51st place all time. 2 hits tonight gives him 2,746. Little Lowe's aboard. Let's take a look at our Quest High Speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. David Hudson topping at 95, Paulie at 90. Paulie with his first walk, he struck out 2. Here's Alex Rios. Holds his hands well below his belt. Comes up firing. Came over to the White Sox last year, made his first appearance as a White Sox here against the Mariners. And he's been good for this ball club pretty much from the beginning of this season. He's pitched by Paulie 1-1.
Trying to remember if I could think of anybody that held their hands that low. Start with an I just can't come up with one.
Some Rico Carty rings a little bit of a bell. I think his hands are kind of low, but this is. Oh, I tell you what, if you go back and look at the old black and whites or something, Jimmy Double X Fox had a lot of movement before he settled, and his were a little bit low. But I don't remember. This is extraordinary here, and Rios is a tall man.
Didn't see him get their hands down below their belt buckle.
He rips this one deep left field, and that ball's gone. It's working for him big time. A 2-1 pitch, and rides it out of here. And the Sox are on top 3-1. Home run number 16 for Rios, and takes his RBI total of 53. He's driven in all 3 runs for the White Sox.
Take a look at the swing by Rios. Pitch middle in. You saw it was above the belt. It's a hooking line drive into the stands.
To have that kind of movement, to get down and then get back into a hitting position, that's a heck of an athletic accomplishment, and he certainly has mastered it. It's one of those things you wouldn't tell your young kid to hit like that.
No, you wouldn't. And he never used to do that. That's something he's come up with this year. I don't remember him doing it last year at all, and in Toronto, certainly not.
Here's Paul Konerko. He's 2 for 2. Rios driven in all 3 runs.
I think one year Cal Ripken had his hands down there.
There you go.
Yeah.
We were talking about that the other day, about how it's a
Cal.
changing stance, a man of 1,000 stances.
Yeah, one year he was holding them down around his belt.
Konerko was funny before stretching here today. He said, hey, that run that they had winning 36, they're in it now, 26 and 34, and they were 25 and 5 at one point. He said it was the best baseball I've ever seen. He said it was like being back in high school. He says just going up and mashing. JJ puts it that everybody, the hitting, everything has come together, and everybody's hitting, with their at the very minimum, with their career numbers are. As Paulie strikes out. 2 down. Strikeout number 3 for David Paul. Just the complete opposite of what happened to the Mariners. A perfect storm for the White Sox. Everybody hitting at the same time after they were 10.5 back. He said, Konerko said, now we're right where we're supposed to be, right in the middle of things. They lead the division by 1.5 games starting today. There's Mark Kotsay. Milton Bradley barely has to move. Makes the catch, the big blow in the inning. A 2-run shot by Alex Rios, driven in all 3 runs, and the White Sox lead at 3-1. Sox. And the Mariners will have the top of the order here in the bottom of the 5th, each row. Figgins and Branyan. And you want to see a couple of guys that would like to get going and need to get going. The Mariners start having some success. Ichiro and Figgins at the top, coming off a combined 3 for 30 in the 4-game series in Anaheim. Ichiro 2 for 15 and Figgins 1 for 15. Line drive to Ramirez, 1 out. Let's check in again with Angie Mente. All right, thanks, Angie. Here's Sean Figgins. Walk and a run scored, and a second walk and raced in a double play. Every new series we start, the question I hear from other broadcasters and even some of the other players, what's up with Figgy?
Yeah. It's been a tough year for him so far. As you look at his average at 228, he does have 2 walks and scored a run in tonight's game. But when you look at this club, they have to get Ichiro and Figgins hot together. If they can get those guys on base a lot more, it certainly makes everybody else's job easier.
There's a base hit.
Figgins now, he's been on base 3 times tonight.
I like the sound of that. Figgins on the season scored just 38 runs. Ichiro has scored 35 runs.
This goes with a fastball that's away from him. Omar playing even with the bag. Cuts his range down so he's able to find the hole over on the left side. Pinch hitter Casey Kochman's going to hit for Russell Branyan, so the foot will still be a problem for him.
Anytime you have a wrought iron marble topped little side table fall on your foot, it tends to do a lot of damage. So Kochman, 214, 7 homers, 29 RBI. 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter. Kochman looking at a strike. His best bud, Sean Figgins, at first base. 1 out.
Hudson now at 80 pitches for the game.
There's the 1-1. Down low. Kochman started in Friday's game at Anaheim, went 0 for 4. And a pinch hit in Thursday's game and drew a walk. Two and 1 the count. Mariners only run driven in by Russell Branyan, but here's Kochman pinch hitting for him. Kochman had that table fall on his foot our first night in Anaheim. Brandon rather. Yeah. I beg your pardon, Brandon. Looking at Kochman. Got Brandon on the brain and looking at Kochman. And folks, you've been in those hotels. You get that marble top.
Well, after it happened, and I heard about it after getting
Did you
the
move
ballpark,
yours?
No, I went over and I just, how heavy is this thing? It's heavy. Watch yourself.
Hey, man. Russell said the hotel people came and got the tables. There goes Figgins. Line drive right field. Oh, boy. They're going to flip it in and get a double play. It has been that kind of year. Hit and run. He hit it hard right at Andruw Jones. That'll do it for the Mariners. 3-1 Chicago. Line drive double places. We look at the AL Central. How about Detroit being affected tonight? Scott Feldman hit Brandon Inge on the left hand, fractured the left hand, and Brandon Inge, the third baseman for Detroit, is out 4 to 6 weeks. Andrew Jones, who started the double play, catching a line drive off the bat of Kochman.
And that is something that Jim Leyland does not want to hear when you're a game and a half back. Mariners so far in the game, a couple of tough breaks. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and Jack Wilson hit a ball hard up the middle. Hudson, the pitcher, was able to get a piece of it and deflected it over to the second baseman to end the inning.
Nice pitching there by Paulie. 3 pitches.
And in that last inning, big and stealing, he had the base stolen and just happened that Kochman hit a line drive to right. Nothing you can do about it. It's just a bad break.
Here's A.J. Pierzynski, 1 for 2. One of the reasons why the Red Sox are being laid on this week. The White Sox have exploded in that those numbers we ran down to 25 and 5 in one stretch. They beat the living daylights out of the National League. They went 15 and 3 in interleague play, 3 and 0 against Atlanta. Beat the Cubs 4 out of 6, 2 and 1 against Florida, 3 and 0 against Washington, 3 and 0 against Pittsburgh. When you look at the rest of their profile, they're 7 and 11 against the American League East. Against their own division are 17 and 20 and 11 and 7 against the West. So that sparks the argument again, interleague play, yay or nay.
I think out of those teams, was it Atlanta's a quality club, Chicago, the Cubs have had their problems.
Up the middle, Jack Wilson's there. Throws the smoke to retire Pierzynski. But of those clubs, Atlanta's over 500.
The Nationals are in last. Florida's second to last.
Right. Cubbies are 9 under 500. I mean, they 15 and 3. They don't make up the schedule. They just knock them out. Put them in front of me and knock them out. And that's what they did. Quick inning. Mariner bats going here as Ramirez is retired. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 9-pitch inning for David Paulie. He trails 3-1. It's Rally Friday time, a 3-1 White Sox lead. What do you got, Mike?
Well, we're going to throw a little bit of love for Rob Johnson tonight. Some folks from Butte, Montana are here. We have Taylor, Cade, and Kyle in the stands. And they're Rob Johnson fans for obvious reasons, but they're from his hometown in Butte. Had to travel a long ways, but thanks for coming out to the ballpark. Now let's get some runs for those people.
Jose Lopez will start it off here in the 6th. Lopez, Gutierrez, and Bradley. Run on 4 hits for the Mariners. The only run brought in by Russell Brandon, who had to leave the ball game. Here's a bouncing ball. Vizquel flips it over. And 1 out. What a beautiful sunset here in Seattle. Just gorgeous. It's like Mike Flowers used to paint back in middle school.
Yeah. Problem, it was on the walls, and I was in trouble again.
Yeah, right. Here's Goody. Looks at a strike. He's 0 for 2. Gutierrez at 255 is going back through scorebook. Back at May 30, he was up 290. Prior to that, he was up around 310. He did have a huge stolen base yesterday in the 10th inning.
Yes, he did.
Everybody in the ballpark knew it, and he got the bag. Jamie Wright about to make his Mariners Safeco debut. Picked up a few days ago.
Pitched down in Anaheim, pitched well.
2-2. Young man Daniel Hudson's out of Lynchburg, Virginia. Now lives in Virginia Beach, Virginia. 2-2. Pitched at pretty much every level. White Sox organization. Ramirez got a backhand. Throws across. Big league play. 2 down. Well done.
Mariners saw Ibar down with the Angels make this play a couple of times. This doesn't get any better. Accurate throw. Easy play for Konerko at first base. I mean, right on the money, running away from the play, showing a strong arm. Franklin running hard the whole way and barely gets him.
Here's Milton Bradley. Strikeout. Base hit the left. Oh, and 2. Beckham has the play, and Mr. Hudson throws a 10-pitch inning after Paulie threw 9 pitches in the top half of the inning. 3-1 White Sox. All right, Edgy, thank you. 3-1 White Sox. Jose Rios has had a heck of a night. Third inning sacrifice fly, fifth inning 2-run homer. And David Pauly, his night is done. 6 innings of 8 hits, 3 runs all earned. A walk on 4 strikeouts, 96 pitches, 65 for strikes, and Jamie Wright makes his Mariner Safeco Field debut.
Jamie pitched well down in Anaheim after being recalled. Veteran guy, been around for a long time. Been a starter at times in his career. Worked out of the bullpen. He can pretty much do anything for you. Pauly did a nice job. Again, after the spot start against the Yankees, gave him another chance. Did a nice job against a very good White Sox club, a hot club. Holds him to 3 runs. The 1 home run hurt him from Rios.
Base hit for Beckham. They get back to the top of the order. Juan Pierre. Juan's 1 for 3 tonight with a run scored. Scored on the sacrifice fly by Rios in the 3rd. Good catalyst for this offense, which is 8th best in hitting in the American League, and no surprise they're number 4 in home runs. Beckham 4 out of 7 in base stealing.
Trying to get a read on Pierre. I don't think he would sacrifice. He's going to bunt. I think he tried to bunt for a base hit.
Runner goes. Swung on. Up the middle. Figgins. It goes by. Beckham will get the 3rd. So an E4.
Take a look at it. Beckham, as this ball bounces over the mound. Figgins, looks like Beckham, he runs right in front of Figgins, loses sight of it. Can't make the adjustment. That'll be an error on Figgins. Beckham goes down to 3rd base. They're almost better off running into the runner right there. It's an interference call.
11th error for Figgins. Most on the ball club. Here's Vizquel. 2 for 2, walk and a run scored. So Wright comes in and he's got a couple of men on already. Again's got some good speed on the base pass with Pierre at first base. A lot of moving parts out there.
Well, they're concerned about Pierre, and they should be. 33 steals for him. You have Vizquel at the plate. He can do a lot of different things with the bat. Handles the bat well. Can bunt, hit and run, do whatever you want to do.
1-0. 1-1. Keep in mind with Pierre ranks 39th all-time with 492 stolen bases. 3 behind Wee Willie Keeler and Clyde Moran. 492. Active leader here in the bigs. 2-1. Well, Brennan had to leave the game because of a stiff back. And that was a major problem for Brennan. Kept him out of the Mariner lineup the last 6 weeks of season ago. Runner goes. Put in play to Jack Wilson. He's got the 1 play, first base. Run scores. It's 4-1. White Sox. Vizquel putting another run up on the board. Let's check out our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. And Against Jason Vargas, 7 starts of 7 or more innings and 1 or fewer earned runs. It's tied for second in the American League. He's had 8 no decisions. He's left the game tied 4 times, twice with the lead and trailing twice. Here's the dangerous Alex Rios. 2-1 pitch last time against Paulie in the 5th. He homered. Left field stands. Runner goes. Pierre's in easily. 34th stolen base for Juan Pierre.
When you take a look at it, Pierre's just watching Figgins, trying to keep him close, and as soon as Figgins starts to move away from the base, he takes off. Gets a little bigger lead, takes off and steals it easily. He's fortunate to play with the greatest of all time in Rickey Henderson, and he said stealing third was easier for him for that reason. Tough for infielders to try to keep him close and field their position. Couldn't do both, so they had to make a choice, and if they moved away from the bag, he would steal it, and that's exactly what Pierre just did.
1-1 to Rios. Put it in play. That's a fair ball. Pierre will get back to third. Nice play by Smoke to get the out. Look the runner back. Here's Konerko. Big year for Konerko. 21 home runs and 66 RBI. 2 for 3 tonight. This guy's had a great career.
Not just a bunch of home runs, but some big home runs for the White Sox in his career.
3 for 16 against Jamie Wright.
There you go, 347 home runs for him in his career, 1,100 RBIs.
$21,749 on hand here tonight. One and two to the White Sox first baseman. Mariners have hit into some tough luck. Bases loaded in the 4th. Ball back up the middle, deflects off the pitcher to the second baseman. They get a force at second and then a hit and run. Line out by Kochman and they double up the runner. Figgins at first. Here's a ball. Diving play. Lopez throws out Konerko, and that'll do it. But the White Sox put another run on the board. A run on 1 hit and an error, and they leave a man. Nice play by Lopez. 4-1 White Sox. baseball here in Seattle. Nice series here with the White Sox in for 3, the Red Sox in for 4. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the FSN crew. Mariners need some hits. They need some runs. White Sox, they had a good night from Alex Rios. 3 RBI. Omar Vizquel with another RBI. Daniel Hudson continues here. Starter for the White Sox, the second start of the season. Justin Smoke, Rob Johnson, Jack Wilson here in the home 7th. Matt Thornton. Didn't we say the other day we didn't want to see him again? He's having a great year. Made the All-Star team. And what, this is our 4th year together, and I don't think we've seen him do anything, be anything other than lights out. Down goes Smoke. Second time he's K'd.
Oh, no, 2-pitch chases a fastball up out of the zone. You can see him fighting to try to get on top of it.
Strikeout number 6 for Daniel Hudson.
Talking about Thornton, he has 50 strikeouts in 38 innings he's pitched this year.
Konerko makes the play, 2 down. Hudson in the 6th inning threw just 10 pitches. He's got 4 pitches and 2 outs here in the 7th.
And 97 total. 62 strikes, 35 balls.
First start against Kansas City, a no decision 8 days ago. 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Gave up a homer, walked 3, struck out 4. Don Cooper, the pitching coach, said his side sessions since then have been pretty good. Oh, he's done a real nice job here tonight. Took a little something off of that one. Oh boy, bad hop eats up Vizquel. Base hit.
Omar still has really good hands and has done a nice job playing defense for the White Sox, but you get a hop like this. That right there, he's lucky to get his glove up. A lot of third basemen will end up having that in their teeth. A little bit of a defensive play for Omar.
Good call on the quick hand. Still got it at 42 years old. Because that's clearly one of those things. Hey, Doc, it happened like this. I had this bouncing ball coming at me, and it knocked all my teeth out. Ozzie Guillen making a change. He's happy with Daniel Hudson and his performance. They're going to bring on Matt Thornton, 4-1 Sox. and they both made their feelings known in a very robust manner. Thornton, a tough customer, the all-star left-hander. Strike one to Ichiro.
Ichiro will have to turn it up a notch. Just take a look at the numbers for Thornton. 2.61 ERA, 30 innings, 50 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 194. But this will be an easy 96, 97 miles an hour from the left-hander Thornton.
Big man at what, 6'5". Well described, an easy 96.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a catch, but for some reason that ball just jumps out of his hand.
That is not a lot of laughs. My goodness. 0-2 to Ichiro. Hudson made a very good account of himself tonight.
They pitched well. He had the 4 walks, but 6 strikeouts, 99 pitches, 63 of them for strikes. Only gave up 5 hits.
Very efficient, too. 0-2 to Ichiro. Took something off it. Base hit. Ichiro now 3 for 10 against Thornton. And how happy was he not to see a fastball?
Well, that's the reason why Thornton gave him a chance. Speeds the bat up a little bit. Little flat slider in the middle of the plate. Punches it back up the middle.
Here's Sean Figgins. Base hit the left his last time. Walked his first 2 times up. I think it's 2 for 10 against Thornton. Tying run at the plate. 2-0. Figgins, a lot more success from the right side. 299 on the season. 32 for 107. 4 of his 22 RBIs come from this side. Strike one. Thornton now. It's going 3-1 to Figgins.
No guessing here. Thornton's going to go right at him with a fastball. Look at Casey Kotchman. Ended up having a pinch hit in the game. Russell Branyan, who had to leave the game because of back tightness.
3-1. Walked him, bases loaded. So things getting very interesting here. Hey, as a reminder, this Saturday, the Mariners and Red Sox, as they continue their series, first 20,000 fans on Saturday take home a Felix Hernandez poster thanks to Pepsi Refresh Project. Now be sure to support the Washington State Coalition Against Domestic Violence as they vie for a chance to win a $200,000 Pepsi Refresh grant. Vote now through August 17th by visiting MLB.com/Pepsi Refresh or text Mariners to 76462. Casey Kotchman hit the ball really hard last time up, but lined out to the right fielder Jones. Bounces one foul. There J.J. Putz, healthy after a tough year in New York with the Mets last year after elbow surgery, having a very good 2010. Kotchman 1 for 6 against Matt Thornton. 1-2, a mighty swing by Casey. Bases are loaded. The 0-2 to Kotchman. Went right after him. Struck him out on 3 pitches. 7 in the books. Mariners leave the bases loaded for the second time tonight and trail 4-1. Bases loaded twice. It's been that kind of a night. Mark Kotsay, Andrew Jones, and A.J. Pierzynski. Pitch from Jamie Wright in there for strike one. Second inning for Jamie Wright. Two to Kotsay. 0 for 3 tonight. He did drive one to deep left center field to the 388 mark. That was run down by Gutierrez.
Well, next inning you have Lopez leading things off against Gutierrez. I'm sure we'll see JJ pitching the 8th inning. There he is out in the bullpen.
Two and two. Jamie Wright's been with 8 big league ball clubs. 2 and 2.
After jumping out ahead of Kotsay, now Kotsay has the count full. I'd say 0 for 3 in the game tonight.
Kotsay still alive. Done 2 stints with the Rockies and the Royals. Big league career. 3 and 2. Wright will take it himself. And there's one down. Time now for the Jack in the Box in-game box score. And the big blow for the Mariners. The first inning RBI double by Branyan. They've left the bases loaded twice.
Rios, the hitting hero for the White Sox tonight. 2-run home run. Had a sacrifice flies, driven in 3 runs in the game.
There's Alex. Mark Burley behind him. A lot of movement on that pitch. Looked like Rob Johnson got fooled big time. Andrew Jones has struck out twice, looking and swinging. Jones with Texas last year. Bulk of his career as a youngster. Came up young star with the Atlanta Braves. 0-2. Jamie Wright started this season with Cleveland. 1-2 there with a 5.48. Found his way over to the AAA Oakland franchise in Sacramento.
And Andrew Jones, it's amazing how quickly things have just left him, isn't it?
He
does have 12 home runs this year, but hitting .206. Really struggled when he was with the Dodgers.
Put in a lot of mileage with those Atlanta Braves. 32 years old from Curacao. Came up with the Braves in '96. That is not coming back. Bang, zoom, almost to the moon for Andrew Jones. Got it on a 2-2 pitch. Second home run tonight by the White Sox. 5-1 Chicago.
Talking to some scouts before the game today, they were talking about Andrew Jones, saying he had a tough time catching up to a good fastball. This time it's a hanging breaking ball in the middle of the plate, 83 miles an hour. Get that a long ways up above the scoreboard out there.
Career blast number 401. Hit it 410 feet. Strike one to Brzezinski. It's some blast.
It's a long ways.
I mean, I'm looking at it, you know, the number 410 is just starting to sink in now as I look at it visually. It's like, yeah, I'll buy that. Umpire Jeff Nelson doing a nice job getting out of the way of
we
that
haven't
one.
seen too many get up above that scoreboard out in left center field.
Right above the A in American League. Two-one to Brzezinski. Baltimore chop. Brzezinski's gone. Two outs here in the eighth inning. Don't forget MLB TV. If you're traveling outside the Northwest, catch all your Mariner games live and on demand on your computer. Check out Mariners.com. Great way to keep up with Major League Baseball. Where was this when we were kids?
What, computers?
Where was it? Hey, it was a big. I remember in 1965 or 6, it was a big deal getting a West Coast game back to the East. It was a big deal. Now you even think about it. There's Ramirez 0 for 3. Tonight the Mariners, boy, they have had opportunities to run on 6 hits. With 8 men on. Bases loaded twice. That finds a whole base hit. There's a reason why these guys won 26 of their last 34. 8th in batting, 8th in runs. They make a lot of hay with the home run. 2 tonight. 104 for the season, 4th best in the American League. And they run like this. And Ramirez will work his way to 3rd with 2 outs. So stolen base for Ramirez, and an E2 gets him down to 3rd.
Ramirez gets a good jump. Up comes out in pretty good shape throwing, but the ball's back into the runner. You can see Figgins trying to go over and field it as it short hops him.
3rd stolen base tonight. Pierre's got one. He stole 3rd. Vizquel stole 3rd, and Ramirez has stolen 2nd. That gives him 85 on the season. And here's a base hit going to left center field. Will pick up another run. Beckham digging hard. He's going to go for 2. Here's the throw from Gutierrez. It is not in time. RBI double by the 9-hole hitting second baseman Gordon Beckham. And they're banging the ball all over the lot against Jamie Wright. RBI number 28 for Beckham.
Talking about that stretch. As they went, take a look at this last swing by Beckham. Middle in. Hits it hard into left center field. Does a nice job of staying inside. Watch him slide in. He's in there safely. No problem. But they were averaging over 5 runs a game, and here they are with 6 now.
Runner in scoring position for Juan Pierre.
Because of those home runs. You look at it, the White Sox are just 2 for 8 with men in scoring position, but a couple of long balls will help you out.
(6-1) White Sox. And the other bad piece of news, Mariners have to play these guys 6 more times the next 10 days. And here's what they've done since June 9th.
As a team almost hitting 300. ERA well under 3. Just played some really good baseball at 26-8.
Figgins after the dive by Wright, and that'll do it. Damage done. Couple more runs in the 8th inning for the White Sox, who have a 6-1 lead. Ozzie again. He let Thornton warm up, but he was buying time out of the bullpen. He wants a pitching change. Thornton did his job. No runs on 2 hits in the 7th inning. And they're going to bring on Tony Pena. The Mariners will have Lopez, Gutierrez, and Bradley coming up when we return here to Safeco Field. Look forward to seeing it. 6-1, bottom of the 8th. And Tony Pena takes over. He's 6'2", 230, 28 years old, out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. First batter's Jose Lopez. 0 for 3 tonight. Pretty good numbers for Mr. Pena. Pena came over to the White Sox from Arizona last July 7th. Went 1-2 with the Sox in 35 games. Career started with the Arizona Diamondback organization back in 2002. He wins. His home plate umpire Jeff Nelson. Hesitation, herky-jerky motion from Pena. Full count. White Sox with home runs from Rios and Jones, violating their offensive output here tonight. Chopper Vizquel quickly gets Lopez one down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Bottom 8 here at Safeco Field. Fabulous night, 70 degrees. Wind hardly a factor. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, FSN crew, glad to be back after opening the second half in Anaheim when the Mariners lost 3 out of 4. Took a fine play by shortstop Alexei Ramirez to retire Gutierrez his last time up. 0 for 3.
One of the better plays we've seen this year from a shortstop.
Skill, that one's fouled off. Judy's foot. Franklin's batting average at .254. Chance to see a few minutes last night of The Club on MLB Network. They profile Chicago White Sox. New reality show of baseball. And follow them on a day-to-day basis. Pretty interesting. Sort of like the Hard Knocks series that they use every summer in the NFL.
How much of it was Ozzie Gann?
Bleep. Some good stuff. He and Kenny Williams. I saw Kenny earlier in the hallways. GM. Interesting stuff to see the inner workings of a baseball team. 2-2. Pena pitching to Gutierrez the way we've seen just about everybody throw to him the last month and a half or so. Franklin 4 for 16 on the just completed road trip. He's got it to 3-2. Ground ball to Ramirez. 2 down. Let's see what the Mariners calendar brings. It's brought to you by Sleep Country USA. As we mentioned, 6 more games against these White Sox over the next 10 days. Throwing the Red Sox coming to town, a tough Minnesota ball club, and then come home for Texas, the division leader, in Kansas City, the team with the best batting average in the American League. It ain't getting any easier. Fouled off by Bradley for a strike. Milton a strikeout. Base hit to left and a ground out to second. You look at all of that offense, those upcoming teams going to need a lot of efforts like Vargas turned in the other day, and the way Felix is pitching. Keeping the ball games, because those teams do not mess around when they swing the bat.
And you're going to have to score some runs, even if your pitching is doing their job. And they're going there. Paulie did a nice job today, giving up 3 runs through the 6 innings that he pitched. But you have to go out and score some runs, Dave, especially when you get up against those clubs, because they're going to have games where they're going to hit.
Bradley, line drive, right field. With 2-strike hitting by Milton. Second hit tonight. Best ball he's hit tonight.
It looks like he gets a fastball middle in, turns on it, hits a solid line drive into right field.
That upcoming schedule: Kansas City, #1 in batting. Texas, #2. Minnesota, #3. Boston, #5. Here's Smoke. 1 for 3, couple strikeouts.
Haven't looked. Is Morneau back playing yet?
As far as I know, no. But I do know darn well when we get to Minnesota. Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you. How's everything? Welcome to Minneapolis.
Yeah, that's about right.
Brand New Westminster, British Columbia. Blows one by Konerko. Bradley will get the third. 2-hit night for Smoke, and both times he stung the baseball.
Take a look at the swing by Smoke. Hits it hard. Konerko can barely get off the bag when he hits it by him. No chance. Starting to hit the ball hard, isn't he?
I like it. I know everybody else that follows the Mariners likes it too. Here's Josh Bart. He's going to pinch hit for Rob Johnson. I like Josh Bart's intro music, Purple Haze by Mr. James Marshall Hendricks. Bart a home run a couple of nights ago. When we were going through the airport yesterday, I said, nice job getting that home run the other day, because that you were punched out. He said, yeah, that was the same pitch he called for a strike about early in the game. And then he got the next pitch and hit it out, tie the ball game in a game that the Mariners eventually lost, but cashed in an opportunity. One and one. Josh will stay on and catch in the 9th inning. Pretty good pitch by Pena. Two outs, 2 on for the Mariners. Getting later and later here at Safeco Field. White Sox have scored in 3 of the last 4 innings. 1-2. First pinch hitting done by Bard this year. Garrett Olson will throw the top of the 9th. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Vizquel, Rios, and Konerko. The 1-2.
Steady diet of off-speed pitches to Bart. Want to give him that fastball. Bart likes to hit the fastball. Another off-speed pitch.
Yeah, way upstairs, 3-2.
Pena, 19 walks in the 45 innings he's pitched this year. 3-2 count so far in this inning. He's thrown 24 pitches, 14 strikes, 10 balls.
Yeah, not sharp. Same for his last appearance 3 days ago at Minnesota. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs. 3-2 to Bard. Swing and a miss, and he is gone, and so are the Mariners in the 8th. 2 more left on base. 10 of Village left on the base path by the Mariners as Olsen will take over in the 9th. Here in the second half, and he got a first inning double. That put the Mariners on top and feeling good at 1-0. Third inning, though. Alex Rios, part of our Suzuki Kozashi game recap. Sacrifice fly, that ties the score at 1-1 to the 5th. Here's Rios again. Bang, and it's gone. Home run number 16 for Rios with a man aboard. 3-1 White Sox. And Vizquel with a ground out. That brings home another run. That's in the 7th inning. And then how about 8th inning? Andrew Jones got an off-speed pitch from Jamie Ray. It's career home run number 401. He hit it 410 feet. Solo blast. Same inning, Gordon Beckham to the gap. And he hustles into second base. That drives in a run. That's where we are right now at 6-1. Runners in scoring position tonight for the Mariners, Mike.
0 for 6.
There's Lopez. And Vizquel is gone.
It's been the story, hasn't it?
Sure has.
Come up with those big base hits.
Garrett Olson takes over. Third pitcher tonight. 14th game.
Look at his numbers. ERA to 5.40, 11 2/3, 7 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's given up 1 home run.
Here's Rios. Great night. 2 for 3, 3 runs batted in. What's that hand placement? Remember last year he was struggling mightily.
Yes.
Brzezinski said, well, I got traded. That shook his world up a little bit, but boy, he is comfortable. He's pretty much right out of the gate. It's been a big performer for these guys.
And I can remember when we were in Chicago, talking to some of the people from Chicago, he's hitting 260 something at the time, and they're saying, yeah, but he's really hit the ball hard. He looks really good. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has his average up to 308 now, like you mentioned, with 16 home runs.
We got there. We had a Friday, Saturday game. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Started at 250 on Friday. By Sunday, he started Sunday at 281. Hello.
He had a nice series.
He did. 2-2. Scott Linebrink getting ready. Konerko's on deck. He's got a 2-hit night. Swing and a miss. Rios is gone. 2 outs. Hey, do you have the courage to rappel off a 41-story skyscraper for Special Olympics? Well, you can take your support to new heights. You bet by pledging to raise $1,000, and you can participate in Over the Edge, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to rappel down one of Seattle's most famed skyscrapers, Rainier Tower. To reserve your spot or to learn more, visit www.sowa.org. Inside to Konerko. In there for strike. We go back to what you were talking about as we look at Brett Lillibridge. The on deck circle. We're talking about got to score runs. Mariners scoring less than 4 runs are 9-45 on the season. They score 4 or more runs, 27-11.
Amazing what 1 run will do, isn't it? 1 run.
Yikes. Got the antacids. Nobody on. 2 outs, 1 and 2 to Konerko, top of the 9th. Been all Chicago tonight.
Remember a few years ago with Konerko, they were talking about getting rid of him. He had some injuries, wasn't swinging particularly well. Well, as he steps in tonight, 304, 21, and 66.
Figgins plays it on a hop. Throws out Konerko, and to the 9th we go. Work to do. Bottom of the order. It'll be Wilson, Ichiro, and Figgins coming up. Ticket. You better get yours today. Visit any Mariners team store or visit mariners.com. New pitcher, the veteran Scott Linebrink. Fourth pitcher used by Ozzie Guillen tonight.
30 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts for him, 11 walks. He's given up 6 home runs this year. Opponent's average a little bit high, too, almost hitting 270 off of him.
Linebrink. First pitch to Jack Wilson for a strike. Jack got on bad hop single. Third base, 7th inning. Nice job by Omar Vizquel to check his face on a bad hop. Linebrink in his 3rd year with the White Sox. Been around San Francisco, Houston, San Diego for longest stretches with the Padres. 03 to 07. Milwaukee and now the White Sox the last 2 years. Linebrink's 34 years old. A few weeks on August 4th. Austin, Texas, lives in Taylor, Texas. Locked in play.
Still has a good arm, 96 miles an hour on that last fastball. Also throws a split and a slider.
Wilson walked, thrown out trying to steal, reached on a fielder's choice and reached on the bad hop single. Breaking ball and a good one hit to Ramirez. Dug out by Konerko, got him. 1 out. Ride and save on Sound Transit Sounder Train. For more information on schedules and routes, visit soundtransit.org. Ichiro with 1 base hit tonight. Got it back in the 7th inning against Matt Thornton. It threw him three really good fastballs, and then they hit an off-speed pitch in the center field for the single. One to Ichiro. Sean Figgins on deck. He's walked 3 times tonight. Figgy 1 for 1 with the run scored. There's 121 hits for Ichiro. $121 hits. Impressive, leading the league. Sad part, he's only scored 35 runs.
It's almost unbelievable, isn't it?
honest to goodness. He's on. Got 371 on base percentage. Beg your pardon, he started tonight 4 hits behind Josh Hamilton. Brzezinski will throw down a first, second out. Strike out 2-3. 2 down here in the 9th. Mariners down to their last out. Three-walk night.
He's been on base every time. 3 walks on a base hit for Figgins.
Tomorrow night, Doug Fister against John Danks. Danks always tough on the Mariners. There's a strike. Not in agreement on that call by Jeff Nelson. 0-2 strikes. Staying alive. Speaking of John Danks, last time the Mariners saw him, he went 8 innings in a 3-2 win on Sunday, April 25th. One-two to Figgins. Slow roller. Vizquel takes care of it. There's the Konerko, and that is your ball game. No doubt about it. 6-1 win by the Chicago White Sox, and they run their record to 51-41. The Mariners dropped to 36-57. A couple of home runs tonight, and some big ones, and too many men left on base tonight, Mike.
Well, you're right. David Pauley did a nice job in the game tonight. The Mariners actually score a run in the first inning, just can't add anything to it. And that's one of the biggest differences and one of the problems the Mariners have had here this season as they play the 93rd game. That's runners in scoring position. Been a really tough situation for the Mariners to hit in this year.
It has been a problem. Not a bad performance by David Pauley in his second start. 6-1 White Sox. Will do it again tomorrow. Right now, Brad Adams takes over.